Guys, welcome to this review of the PacMan ROM. This PacMan ROM is based on Android KitKat 4.4.4. It's the stable version, which is the official release. What can I say about this ROM? It's a mix of CyanogenMod, Paranoid Android, and AOKP. So you get, all the features from each ROM, which is quite good. Personally, I've chosen to download the stable version as I find, they work a lot better. A lot of the nightly builds, they have a lot of bugs and so on. I prefer to have something that just works. Okay, let me go over some of the unique features of this ROM. I'm not going to go into too much in detail, otherwise this video will go on forever. Just like a brief, introduction of every feature that's unique, and some of the standard features of KitKat as well. For those of you that thinks it's been tweaked or it's missing, it's all there, I can assure you that. Okay, first of all, when you hold on to the screen, you've got your wallpapers, widgets, and themes. Well, you did have that on the standard, KitKat, but the thing is, it looked different, and it didn't have, the themes option. So you know what wallpapers and widgets are about. So let's directly go into the unique feature, which is themes. Themes is quite good. You have, different theme packs you can choose from. Holo is, the default one. I've chosen to download the G3 theme. You can change the style, wallpaper, lock paper, icons. You can change these individually. You don't have to go along and change everything on the theme pack. You can, change it from here as well. If you just want to change the style, you want to change it to the G3 style, which, changes the style for everything. But it doesn't change the style for, some of the other things like icons. It's just like maybe the keyboard, or when you go on contacts or message it, it's like the overall style. It's not every single element. Okay, then you've got your fonts. You can also download some fonts from the Google Play Store. It doesn't have to be part of a theme. Also with icons, you can download icon packs from the Play Store as well. It doesn't have to be part of a theme also. So with everything really, and it's just wallpapers, nothing unique about that, and lock screen wallpapers. I'm sure you're all very familiar with that. Also the boot animations for when the device boots up, you can change the animations. You can make it display, I don't know, an LG logo when it boots up. Lollipop animation. It's quite good really. And also you've got sound packs here. You can download different sound packs. For example, the Lollipop sound pack and the LG G3 sound pack, which is quite good. Also, let's get into the settings now. Okay, here's your standard toggles, your Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile networks, data usage, more options. These are all standard. I don't really need to go over them too much. They've kept home screens as well. It comes pre-installed with the PacMan launcher and also the Google Now launcher, which is pretty good. This you can't uninstall, unfortunately, but to be honest, I don't see a need to. It doesn't really take up that much space anyway. And then you've got your pack settings, which they've added. You can change various options, like you've got active display. So let's go over some of the settings on that. So you have many options for active display. It's quite good really. All of these are quite advanced. I don't know if you make use of it. Personally, I only make use of just a few features. You've got your app bar as well, which when you enable it, you've got your apps at the side of the screen. It's almost like multitasking, shall I say. You can switch between apps. It's pretty good. You can change the buttons, the layout of the buttons, how you want it to be arranged. You've got your left-handed mode and other features as well. It's pretty good. You've got your custom animations for the keyboard and many of the other things. You've got your progress bar, mirror mode for when you mirror your screen, gestures as well. You know, when you swipe your finger in a certain way, say like you swipe all across, then an application would open, or whatever you set it to. And you got your dynamic status bar colors as well, so you can change some of the colors. Halo, this feature enables you to talk while using other apps. So it's got like a little bubble that displays, say like you get a WhatsApp, and you could talk while you're using the app. You've got your heads up notification, which is like lollipop. It displays at the top of the screen, and you can simply swipe it away. You can change the color for it, the text color of the notification. Many features really. Got this as well. This is very advanced. I don't recommend you fiddle around with these too much. It's easy to mess things up, so I don't think it's necessary. Maybe the clear cache is quite good, because every time you boot up your phone, it clears the cache for applications, the stored up data that takes memory on the device. So apart from that, I wouldn't fiddle with it too much. Even if you do, it's not 100% likely to work, so it's quite experimental, to be honest. So lock screen as well, the way you want it to display, custom widgets, the camera widget, and many things over here too. Your notification drawer, you can change some of the elements for that, and enable, disable, and so on. And this is quite useful for when you're using features like immersive mode. For example, Pi controls. It allows you to use the nav bar. For example, say like you have immersive mode enabled, which takes the nav bars at the bottom away. You can quickly use these as like shortcuts. It's pretty good. Oops, let's disable that. Don't really use it. Your recent apps panel. For example, say like I've got a bunch of apps open. They've added in like a clear button, but you can set it anywhere on the screen depending on how you use your phone. You could set it on the bottom right, bottom left, top right, however you're comfortable with doing it. It's quite a lot of features. You've got your status bar too, clock style, center, hidden, battery style. Personally, I prefer text, because I like to know exactly how much battery I've got left. Many things you can change. I think standard's the best for that. Makes the most sense. Network speeds. Displayed at the top. I don't know if you saw that. I do think you need root to access some of these features. Wake lock blocker. Yeah, another thing I forgot to mention on display, it's got the added expanded desktop feature, as I mentioned earlier. It allows you to use your phone full screen without the nav bars displaying. It's especially useful for some games I quite like to use it for, or if you want to make the most out of your screen while browsing. By default it's set to disable, but personally I like everything to be hidden, because I mainly use it for gaming. Once you enable it, when you hold on your power button, you can enable the expanded desktop option. Okay. Also, for the lights, LED lights you get for notifications as well, you can enable it or disable it, and change the colors for when you get a missed call or voicemail, so you know exactly what notification you've got. Also, you've got the battery light. For when your battery is low, it will pulse red while it's charging. A yellow LED will display, and when it's fully charged, green LED will display, rather than you having to get up and keep checking the percentage of your phone. It's quite useful, so you know exactly when it's fully charged, when it's charging, when the battery is low and you're away from your device. I think it's a very good feature. You can calibrate the screen, change the gamma. But to be honest, I wouldn't really mess with any of these. It ends up making it worse. I prefer, the natural setting for it. Also, you've got, your profiles as well, which is quite good. For example, home, let's say. On different profiles, different options will be enabled. For example, your GPS, your Wi-Fi, for when you sync data. Yeah, so it's pretty good. As well, it's a nice little option over there. Another added feature was on privacy. You've got your privacy guard, and what this does, it basically, if certain apps they want to know your location, or they want certain information from you, it blocks it. Or well, you can enable it if you like, or if you don't mind some apps accessing your location, then I guess it's fine. And your blacklist as well. It's quite good for when you get unknown numbers ringing you. You can easily block it. It blocks incoming calls, incoming messages as well. It's pretty good. Personally, I use it for, back here in the UK, we have something called PPI, payment protection, and they ring nearly every day, so it's pretty good for blocking numbers like that. The other options are pretty standard. Language and input, backup and reset. They're all the same. Not much has changed. And you've got your super user option as well. Well, this is for when you root your phone and you allow certain apps to be running on your phone. And super user basically grants the root permissions for you to access the app. Got performance over here as well. As you can see, it's very experimental. I wouldn't mess with it too much. It shows you the current CPU frequency, the minimum frequency you want it to run. To be honest, it's best to keep it at the original setting, because if you do any higher, it may mess up the way the OS works, and probably a battery drain as well. So I wouldn't mess with that too much. And also, if you're running an older device, it's got 16-bit transparency. And what that does, it changes the pixel rate of the screen. So, you can play some of the latest games without, the lag or choppiness, which is quite good. Let's go on to About Phone. As you can see, on my Nexus 4, I've got the KitKat official release. See over here, that looks quite nice too. Fiddle around with that. It's based on Android 4.4.4, which is quite good. This isn't the latest build, but because it's stable, I prefer using stable things. It works better, you don't get any bugs, or let me say less bugs. Or so far I haven't noticed any bugs with this, and I've been using it for about a week. It's pretty good. And what I like about it, it's like a mix of all the features from all the best ROMs. So you can't really go wrong with this, to be honest. I did try more lightweight ROMs, such as slim ROMs, SlimCat, stable version. It was pretty good, apart from every 4 or 5 days, it, when you try and call someone, it will get stuck. So you'd have to reboot your device, which I found quite annoying. Surprisingly, the battery life on this is exactly the same as SlimCat, which is a light weight ROM. It's pretty stable as well, but it's meant to offer the best battery life, because it doesn't have as much features, so it's more lightweight, but it's about the same, to be honest. Also, one feature I forgot to mention as well, you've got your added music player, Apollo over here. It's quite good. It allows you to customize it a lot. You can have a theme chooser for the color schemes you want, or you can search for themes on the Play Store. It's pretty good. It also comes with its own equalizer to go with it, DSP Manager. So when you go on it, you have different options for the speaker, without headphones. You can enable bass boost, the effect of the effect you choose to preset on it. For Bluetooth, I imagine this is for like Bluetooth speakers, for when you connect it. You can change the equalizer for that. A USB plugged in speakers, and also for when you use it with your headset. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys. This is just some the basic features of PacMan ROM. I chose not to go go into detail with every single feature, otherwise it will be a very lengthy video. I'm sure you like this ROM. Take care, guys.